retired teacher with a master's degree and national board certification from St. Tammany Parish. I taught for 17 years after raising my own children and deciding I wanted to go back to school and participate more in the public education system. I went to public schools. I was born in Baton Rouge and went back to Baton Rouge when my dad was teaching ROTC at LSU. I was an Air Force brat, graduated from Baton Rouge High. My children all went to public schools. My 6 grandchildren all go to public schools in 3 different states. They all are in very different environments, very different school systems, and they're very different individual kids. And all of that is a good thing from my perspective. We don't want our kids to be put into a box and or categorized or standardized. So I support a system of public education that teaches kids to think creatively and critically, and not just to, for teachers to teach to a standardized test. Thank you.
Next up, Jim Gardner.
This one's on. This one's on, so it wasn't this one.
Okay, my name is Jim Garvey. I'm running for re-election to BESE. I think over the past 8 years that I've been on BESE, we have focused on 3 main things that have forced local school systems, local school boards to change the way they do business. We have focused on higher accountability and transparency. We have focused on giving parents choices in schools and classes, parents and students, choices in schools and classes, and we have focused on raising our standards. That has all made things more difficult for the local school boards, and that's why we have opponents in this race. With regards to the standards, with regards to accountability, we have started issuing letter grades, which has made it more clear to parents how their schools are doing. The previous system was a number system, which was very confusing, I think by design. I think we've gotten good results. We have increased our test scores across the state by 15%, and I'll get to the rest later.
And for the past 4 years, I have worked tirelessly alongside our families and our educators to create more high-quality educational opportunities for all of our children across this city. As the daughter of an educator who was also a single mother, I know firsthand the challenges that many of our children face trying to fight for a high-quality education in a city that still has far too few options, but is growing to have more and more over time. I saw as my mother made sacrifices, but I also saw the role that high-quality and really passionate, committed teachers have played in creating opportunities for me in my own life. I went from a high school student taking a full course load of remedial classes to walking across the stage with a master's degree in education from Harvard University. So I know that it's possible. And I know that our city is moving in the right direction. While my opponent might disagree, all of the data tells me what I see in schools every single day, and talk to our educators and sit with our families about our children are making progress.
And the challenger, Kara Washington.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kyra Washington. I am a product of public schools in Orleans and Jefferson Parish, a graduate of John Ehret in 1987, a graduate of Delgado in Associates of Arts in Early Childhood Education, a graduate of Southern University at New Orleans with the BA in Elementary Education, a graduate of the University of New Orleans with the MED in Educational Leadership, currently enrolled in Southeastern Louisiana University's Doctoral Ed Leadership Program. And so I entered this race because of all of the changes that I have endured as an educator in the past 4 years. The policies, the things that have been passed and implemented in districts across this region, from Common Core to new teacher evaluation to grading schools. And so I decided that it was time someone else that was an educator entered the race, that knows public schools in this region and that is a product. My children are currently in public schools, and so that's who I am, and that's why I'm in this race.
Very good. You can see that fast amount of time.